All right, everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Jordan Report and your host, Robert Jordan. Please like, subscribe, and share. All right, I've been following Ilhan Omar a long time, Somalian congresswoman from Minnesota. And something always struck me as odd about her. I never trusted who she was. It's just the whole thing was odd. You know, you come from a place like Somalia and you manage to make it to Congress here in the United States, you should be far more humble than she appeared to be. And so that just struck me as odd. You would think people wouldn't come into a new country and make an enemy of themselves. But that's what she managed to do. So I started paying attention to her. And of course she's a Democrat, so that means, you know, black Democrats in this country are her allies, or her political allies. So I had to pay attention to her. But anyway, I'm going to show you an old clip of her talking, and then I'm going to get back to the story on hand.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country. We should be profiling, monitoring, and creating policies to fight the radicalization of white men.
He's launching a blatantly racist attack on 4 duly elected members of the United States House of Representatives, all of whom are women of color. This is the agenda of white nationalists. Whether it is happening in chat rooms or it's happening on national TV, and now it's reached the White House garden. He would love nothing more than to divide our country based on race, religion, gender, orientation, or immigration status. Because this is the only way he knows he can prevent the solidarity of us working together across all of our differences.
Good question. Can you set the record straight when it comes to the Politico interview? I just want to get your side of the story. Do you believe that Trump and Obama are the same, just different when it comes to your policies? Do you think that President Obama is the same as President Trump?
Absolutely not. That is silly to even think and equate the two. One is human, the other is woman.
Is it true that you just...
On Wednesday, House Democrats will introduce a resolution condemning anti-Semitism. This comes after freshman Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar made more comments that leaders of her own party are calling anti-Semitic.
I thought the resolution should be enlarge the issue to anti-Semitism, anti-Islamophobia, etc., anti-white supremacist, and that it should not mention her name, and that's what we're working on, something that is one resolution addressing these forms of hatred, not mentioning her name, because it's not about her, it's about these forms of hatred.
Did she apologize? To that end. She hasn't apologized. Does she need to apologize?
Well, she may need to explain that she did not. It's up to her to explain, but I do not believe that she understood the full weight of the words.
Democrats didn't abandon Omar over her comments about Israel. Her criticism of Barack Obama is another matter. For some, those comments may prove to be more incendiary.
Can you imagine criticizing President Obama is going to be more incendiary than saying something anti-Semitic in the end for the Democratic Party?
The president said that you should resign and the vice president said you should be held accountable for your views. Can you respond?
No, thank you.
Then asked about this Wednesday tweet where she said to Trump, "You have trafficked in hate your whole life against Jews, Muslims, indigenous, immigrants, black people, and more. I learned from people impacted by my words. When will you?" Omar took strong exception. This morning you said the president trafficked.
What is wrong with you?
Question about your tweet. You had a tweet saying the president trafficked in hate.
Yes, I tweeted. There's a response. You can run that and have a nice day.
Why can't you explain more what you meant to say?
All right. That was that's the prelude to this story here. So we know about her controversial past, all of her racist statements. She's made a lot of anti-white statements and all the rest of these things. I've been warning people against her for a long time because I was always so suspicious of her. Now, I don't know if this story is true, but I'm going to go into it anyway. it wouldn't surprise me. Omar's rumored affair slips out. Investigation uncovers pictures. $250,000 paid to married man. Okay. This is from the Daily Mail. This is a married man, but he's spending a lot of time with Omar, and it definitely looks like they're more than just friends. Is Omar having an affair with this dim strategist? The man she's holding hands with at a secluded eatery is Tim Wynett, who has constantly been by her side. Left his physician's wife and was paid $250K by her campaign. Now, here's Omar with a white man. I mean, listen, I don't have no problem with people dating outside their race. That's not a problem with me. But this is the person that talks about whites, okay? This is the person that's talking the racial division and all the rest of this stuff. And this goes back to why I said I was suspicious of her all along. Because sometimes these people are not who they appear to be, okay? Clearly they are spending a lot of time together. But caught on camera holding hands below, what's that about? Okay? You know anything about the Somalian community? If they're not born in Western societies and born in places like Western society, like America, the UK, places like that, you normally never see a Somalian woman with a white man. Okay? Then you had a Democratic campaign strategist left his physician wife and has since been seen at Omar's side numerous times. They were seen holding hands at out-of-the-way Italian restaurant in Playa del Rey, California, back in March, for example. And all of this is showing up mere weeks after Omar publicly split with her husband, Amherst Hersey, the father of her 3 children. Should we connect the dots here? Maybe we can assume that the secret relationship with Wynett contributed to that split. Maybe this affair has been going on for a while. We don't want to speculate, but maybe we need a real investigation to know what's really going on. There's a lot going on about her as far as her marriage to her brother, her father's origins and what he's done in Somalia. There's a lot of stuff coming out about her. And this is just another one. Maybe they're just co-workers and fans, but what about the money? Another piece of damning evidence, Omar paid Wynett's company, E Street Group, a whopping $250K in consulting fees and travel expenses. It's obvious that Omar and Wynett have at least known each other for some time. But more than that, they've traveled a lot together too. Photos of them together in New York, Los Angeles, Austin, and Seattle. And Wynett has even spent time with Omar's daughter, Isra. I don't like this, not one bit. Every time we turn around, we have another reason not to trust Omar. Even if all the rumors aren't true, like my mother always said, where there's smoke. Clearly, she's been hiding a lot, and she's also not willing to deny any of it. That's the kicker for me. How about you? I said the same thing, and I didn't need this article to tell me anything like that. I've been warning people about Omar for a long time. Just none of it smelled right. None of it smelled right.